Senator, thanks for being with us on this important issue. Look, it's been 3 years. People would like to have an answer, or if not an answer, some of the intelligence behind what we're hearing. You pushed a bill in the Senate. I think it got unanimous support. Now there's one going through the House. Senator, are you going to be able to pressure the president to get this intelligence to the American people?
So the plot really thickens here. Senator Hawley and I got this passed 2 years ago as well. Every Dem in the Senate was on it. They just never thought it would come to the forefront, because now we did it again. Of course, the Democrats had to vote for it. All of them had been on record for that. Steve Scalise and I spoke last week. That's going to happen in the House. The cat's going to be out of the bag here soon. And in my observation around here, when you start to hear chatter, like from the FBI, Department of Energy, that there's something to it, now the healthcare experts weigh in. That means there must be something there. And regardless, on all the information we're sitting on that's been classified, declassify it, Mr. President. You're going to get a bipartisan message to do it from both the Senate and the House. The burden will be on the administration. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Senator Braun, if I may point to a new survey that finds there is some concern of political influence that is leading to this lack of trust in health agencies in this country. Part of the problem is the misinformation that was coming out during the COVID-19 pandemic. And it's ironic because the disinformation essentially is now being uncovered to be the fact that the theory was this virus originated in a wet market. We're finding out it didn't. And so many people were slammed down for even questioning that view. How do you restore confidence in the American people to let them know that they can trust the CDC? It's pretty difficult.
You know, all this discussion about our institutions, this just adds more fuel to the fire. I'm on that committee, Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions, and we were the ones that interviewed the healthcare experts. I generally got a few senators after Rand Paul. Dr. Fauci was not in a very good mood, but it was the same thing. You could take the discussion, and he would have been on each end of the spectrum in terms of almost every issue. Look at the trillions of dollars that we spent. Look at the enterprising the other side of the aisle did on it. Yes, that begs the question, are these institutions working for the American people? I think we're going to find some of that out with the House inquiries across a broad array of issues.
Switching gears a little bit, the White House is also backing a bipartisan bill that could be used to ban TikTok. I want you to listen to what South Dakota Senator John Thune said about that rising threat.
The Chinese Communist Party has proven over the last few years that it is willing to lie about just about everything. That likely won't end with TikTok, which is why it's an important.
We getting closer to a TikTok ban?
Well, we need to accept that responsibility here in the Congress and not let it be done arbitrarily, either by not doing anything or doing something in the executive branch. I think what Senator Thune said makes perfect sense. I think there's going to be broad bipartisan support to do something to investigate it and then, if necessary, ban it, because they are our geopolitical foe that's going to be around for a long time, and we don't want stuff that gives them chip shots into controlling intellectual material, let alone where they're going to get into everyone's social media accounts and have that kind of data. Doesn't make sense. We better take that responsibility seriously here in Congress.
Senator Mike Braun, we so appreciate your time today. Thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.